Thank you very much for honoring us here this evening. My friend here, Roy, and I served in World War II in the Pacific with the United States Marines. In every invasion, from Guadalcanal, Bougainville, Tarawa, Inuiatok, Makin, Saipan, Tinian, Guam, Palalur, Iwo Jima, Okinawa, and North China. There were, at every invasion, there will be two communication networks established by the Marines. Navajo Communication Network, through which all top secret confidential messages go back and forth from the front line, each command post out to into the command ship. And the command ship, that would be 5 or 6 code talkers receiving all these confidential messages in Navajo code. There'll be runners behind us. We're handing message to the runner. They go up into the bridge. Either the message goes to the general or the admiral. They read it and they send it back down. If it says New Mexico or Arizona on the message, we send it in Navajo code. If it doesn't, there's some blonde-headed kid sitting right next to us. They send it in English. That's how the whole Navajo code was used from the beginning, 1942 till 1945. Over 400 of us serve as trained Navajo code talkers. Today, there's only 13 of us still alive. Quite a few of that 13 cannot get out of their homes anymore. The doctor's order, they stay home. Only about 5 of us can still get out. One is down in North Carolina, Camp Lejeune, talking about Navajo code talkers. Another one is in California this very day. So it's very important to know that Native Americans, you and all of us 500 or so tribes, really make a great contribution to protecting that thing we all cherish, freedom and liberty. That's why we all did it. Your relatives did that for a long time, and I know we'll continue to do that. I know I've been here before, way back, about 40 years ago. So if you're 40 years and younger, you were not born when we were fighting the bureaucrats here in Washington, D.C. But it's very heartfelt feeling. I see so many young people like yourselves. We didn't have but maybe 4 or 5 Indian lawyers back in 1960s. So we had to do it with the old people. Roger Jardine out of Minnesota, Wendell Chino, Apache, and many of these others who were here protecting what we know rightly belongs to us. Only wish we had all of you back in those days. We got so many Native American lawyers, engineers, educators, and it's so good to see that back from 1960s up to now. So it's really up to you young people. Go back and ask questions of your elders and see what they know, what they can tell you. They know where the star is, our goal, where we want to be. Keep your eye on that. don't get distracted. One thing I know that a lot of people really upset because we had a new president, President Donald Trump. But in America, we are free to make choices. One thing I think all Native Americans know more about than what the rest of the country knows. And one thing that this new administration said, which really made sense to me, he said he's going to make immigration his number one issue for America. And all of us Native Americans say, amen. He's going to make immigration laws real tough. But back in the 1400s, we didn't have immigration laws. That's why back in 1400, there were over 10 million of us owned all of the North America. But because our immigration laws was zero, where are we now? We lost 90% of our land, and from 10 million or more Native Americans, we're now barely 2 million Native Americans. We don't want that to happen to America. So immigration laws, strict one, is very important. So all of us Native Americans should tell our new president, we're right behind you. We need new immigration laws, because if we did, there may have been at least 20 million of us now and still own more than what we have now. So we have a goal, all of us, to try to expand our land base, lands that were taken from all of us because so-called treaties were written. Although those treaties have never been honored, but it still represents one thing. We're sovereign nations, and use the sovereignty that you all have, and let's do it. Thank you very much.